Hello everybody, I am Jedi Jack Penguin and welcome back to another LEGO Ninjago review. So today we're going to be looking at set number 71772, the Crystal King. This set includes 722 pieces retailing for $79.99 when it released August 1st of 2022. Now this set is yet another one that has been affected by the $10 price increase. Getting right into the box art, we have your LEGO Ninjago logo from the side here and your regular stuff from the opposite side. Not sure why they do it for Ninjago, but I guess it makes it different. You also get your special crystallized logo from the very top, as this set is based off the crystallized season of LEGO Ninjago. I have not seen the entire season, I've only seen the first half. The second half has not released as of me recording this in North America, so most of my thoughts will just be based on the build included, because I'm not sure if this actually does appear in the show or not. Flipping to the very back, you get another look at the build, though this time we don't get as pretty of a background. You can also see that you can place a minifigure inside the Crystal King, which is really neat. And we unfortunately get push tabs in this set. Most of the sets I bought today include these, which is a little unfortunate, but it is what it is. So let's take a look at the box contents. Included in the box, you get a total of 7 numbered bags in this set, in addition to your stickers and instruction manual. Thankfully, the sticker sheet is very small. You only get 6 of them. They all go on the Crystal King. As for the instructions, I get another ugly render and that same style that you're gonna see for the foreseeable future for all LEGO themes, that random color and this brick pattern that'll eventually get seen on those paper bags, probably come January. And then we get your piece count for 2 pages, and then we get a really neat advertisement featuring all the boxes for this summer wave except for the 4+ set. Out of these, I have one more review, that being the smallest $20 set, which you guys can expect in a week or so. To start off our minifigure selection, first we have Lloyd, who is brand new and exclusive with new prints for the legs, torso, as well as the mask piece there. This particular style also follows the ones that you'll see within the Crystal King Temple set, which I would like to get, though I am waiting to actually see the rest of the crystallized season before I actually get that or not. As for his accessories, you get this sword, which follows the style that we saw in the LEGO Ninjago movie with a little tassel at the bottom, which I think is neat. You also get a regular ninja sword from the back on that under the neck accessory in that gold color, which was also introduced in 2017, just like the facial expression, which you'll also see for this particular figure, where you have an unhappy look from the front, and you can spin that right around to see a happy grin from the back. I also really like getting this mask piece, the dual molded one. Instead of having it in the 2 pieces, it works a lot better in my opinion, and we'll quickly remove that under the neck accessory so you can see the back printing on this figure. Very well done by LEGO. Love the dark green mixing with the regular green. I think it works very well. Next up, we have one of Lloyd's love interests, Harumi, who is brand new and exclusive with prints for the torso, legs, as well as the facial expression. Now, unfortunately, the torso and leg prints will also appear on a number of the other villain characters within this particular summer wave for crystallized, so this isn't exactly special to Harumi, but I really like the printing overall, from the bottom of the feet all the way up to the belt piece up to the main torso. That purple color, which you're also going to see quite a lot for the villains within this wave. I like that they gave them a single color there. And also, gotta point out these sword pieces in the translucent pink, which are really cool. I just think that this is a really cool color for the sword piece. And then from the back, you get some back printing for her character. We'll remove her hair piece so you can take a better look at that. And we also get a double-sided facial expression, which I believe is exclusive to this particular version, where you get a smile from the front, and you can spin it right around to see an angry look from the back. We get the same hairpiece that we've been seeing since the Gamers Market there. That is the harder plastic of this particular hairpiece compared to the soft plastic that we saw when she was introduced. On to the main villain of this set, we have the minifigure version of the Crystal King, which we are also getting a minifigure version with 4 arms and a few other sets within this particular wave, though this is the one that includes 2 arms. You can place him within the body of the Crystal King that we actually get brick built within this particular set. We get some exclusive prints for the legs, torso, as well as the facial expression and that beautiful mask piece, which kind of looks like a dragon. It's kind of like the Overlord's face, in my opinion. That's what it reminds me of, but I'm not sure exactly if this is the Overlord or not. Just like Harumi and the other characters that are included as villains in the set, we get these translucent pink weapons, we get this sword, and we also get the lightning piece, which I believe was introduced in LEGO Trolls of all places, so that's really interesting to see. And you also get that bar connection so you can hold on to it easier. Really love the printing. You get the gold for the arms, which matches with the figure that you'll see in the back there. Get an under the neck accessory that has 2 studs from the back, so you can put some wings there, I suppose. I'm not sure if there are wings on the bigger version or not. You can see we have more of a samurai helmet style from the back, and when it comes to the mask, you also get 2 of those holes that you can place these, which are also pretty cool to get within this particular set. You see those mostly in that color from Monkey Kid. Now, flipping up the helmet, you can easily actually flip it up because it's connected kind of like a visor. You can see the facial expression. We can also remove this so you can take a better look at that facial expression, that very creepy Overlord look. Now you know why I think this is the Overlord, because it has a somewhat similar facial expression as we saw with the minifigure that we got in the Legacy sets. I'll also remove that under the neck accessory there so we can take a better look at the back printing, where you can see LEGO really went all out with this figure, even including a print from the back of the head, which really wasn't necessary, just to give this figure somewhat of an extra detail. And I'll also show that helmet one more time, and I'll separate it so you can see how that is put together there. We get this more samurai style helmet, and then this mask, which I'll show from the other side. Really love the printing on that, really well done. These Ninjago figures really impress me every single time. And for the last 2 minifigures, we have some of the Crystal King's henchmen, the first one being this Vengestone Warrior, who you'll also see in the cheapest set of the wave at $20, and 3 other sets leading up to that $150 price point. He comes with 1 accessory, being this sword, which features a brand new piece from the very top in that translucent pink color. Really neat sword piece, which you'll also see on the other character, which we're going to look at next. Another really cool thing about this character is all of these translucent pink pieces, like this leg with the printing on it in translucent pink, and even this translucent pink arm, which is really cool, and the dual molding for that headpiece, which is exclusive technically to these Vengestone Warrior characters and these Vengestone Guards, which we're going to look at. Really love the printing and all of the dual molding on these figures. Just really well done by LEGO. They knock it out of the park with Ninjago all the time. And we'll just finish our spin around. Really cool head mold there. And you also get some of that gunmetal gray for the arm, and for the rest of the body and leg down there. And if a Vengestone Warrior wasn't enough, we also happen to get a Vengestone Guard, who only comes in one other set, that being the Crystal King Temple, which I recommend getting if you want to get the rest of the ninja suits that go with the Lloyd that comes in this particular set. Again, we get some really cool pieces in here with that translucent pink for the leg, and for actually both of the arms there. We even get that under the neck accessory in that translucent pink. He's actually dual wielding this particular sword, where we get 2 of those translucent pink sword top pieces, which we saw on the last figure. We also get an exclusive torso print, which is really nice, which I'll have to remove the under the neck accessory so we can take a better look at that, where you can see the buildup of the pink on the back of the torso and even from the front there. I think it looks really neat, and we get the same exact head mold that we saw on the last figure. Really detailed, very pleased with how these turned out. No doubt my most favorite part of this set has to be the build for the Crystal King, who is a centaur with 4 legs and 2 arms, and you even get some wings there from the back, which is a pretty nice bonus. Comes with this pretty neat staff as an accessory, and the color scheme is absolutely beautiful, utilizing that translucent pink yet again, mixing with the gold, black, and that dark gray. Get a little bit of dark blue for the wings, which I think is a nice touch in addition to the purple, just adding a lot of really beautiful colors to make this particular character stand out. So to start us off, we might as well look at the head and chest area, where you get some stickers on these slope cover-up pieces from the front. Those are connected via clip pieces, so you can actually move these. In addition to the chest cavity in the middle, you can move that. In order to access this cockpit piece in translucent pink, which is an exclusive color to this particular set, I believe it might even come in one other set within this wave, in order to enter the body of the Crystal King. Now, there isn't anything too exciting in here other than, I guess, some studs so you can place some minifigures. Now, the minifigure that we're supposed to place in here is none other than the Crystal King himself, who you can sit on that studded area, kind of like a throne in there. I really like those little decorative pieces in the back in light gray. And then you can close this right back up using the clip piece connections. And you have the Crystal King controlling the Crystal King. I also have to point out while I'm down here, just the building techniques for this bottom waist area. I really love how they were able to accomplish this particular curve right here. I really love how that turned out using the clip piece connection yet again, and the stud with the hole in the center in order to align that particular slope piece and give it that particular angle that you see down there. We also have a little bit of like a dropping for the robes down there. And as we lead back up to the top, we just gotta talk about that head, which looks really amazing. It is completely brick built, which I don't mind. You get those horn pieces that we also saw on the Crystal King minifigure in that dark pink color, which is really nice to create the eyes of the Crystal King. You can see that we use a lot of this gold and dark gray for somewhat of like a helmet. And we also use this sausage piece as like his eyebrows, I guess, which is really interesting. You also get some more of those pink sword tops that we saw with our minifigure accessories from the very top, just to add a little bit more detail to that particular helmet. And we'll take a look from the back and see how the head is attached using some of these mixel ball joints. So you can make the head go up and down and somewhat side to side, and you get an extra connection from the neck using a different type of clip piece connection, so you can get quite a lot of posability with the head. Moving down the arms, we get some more stickers here on these cover-up slope pieces, though we also get quite a lot of this gunmetal gray for these slope pieces, these bar tile pieces, and even these armor cover-ups, which I believe were introduced in the January wave back when we got a lot of those core Ninjago sets, which we're going to see continue into January. You can remove that also to take a better look at the connection for the arms here, so you can see that you can bring those up and down, make a little bit of noise, and you can also bring them up and down in that direction, so quite a lot of 360 posability for the arms, which I definitely appreciate. And I also like that we get this all tiled off. In addition, we get another place of posability using this ball joint from this area. And we also get another smaller ball joint, that mixel joint for the hand, which includes some of these clip pieces. For the fingers, you get 3 over here, and 1 thumb. And we also happen to get a clip piece on both sides, where you can actually hold an accessory. For this side, we actually get this giant staff utilizing these longer axle pieces. And at the very top, we have some extra details leading to this giant translucent pink piece, which you're also going to see for the wings from the back of the character. Moving down from the arms, it's time to take a look at the 4 legs that we get for the Crystal King. Now, the 2 legs from the front are different compared to the 2 legs that you see from the back. You can see that these are mostly stationary compared to the ones in the back, where you get a lot more posability. We get that same connection that we also got for the arms, so you can actually bring this up and down and back and forth as you see fit. All 4 legs also feature these contraction joints for the very bottom of the feet, so you can move the feet just a little bit. Another thing I might as well point out from these front legs is the fact that we get these curved pieces that were introduced also in the January Ninjago sets, and more of those translucent pink pyramid pieces, which you'll also see on the arms and the wings for this particular character. Another part of this set that I think LEGO absolutely nailed is this back area leading down to the legs, which looks absolutely amazing. A lot of the different building techniques in order to actually get these curves are really well done, and I also like that a lot of it is covered up by these particular pieces, so it doesn't look too ugly. We also get some more stickers from the very back here, which leads from the actual back of this particular character, where we get the wings, which as you can see are all connected using these different clip piece connections. I really like how they actually used so many of these in order to make sure that this was a pretty stable connection, in addition to the fact that they do stop at a point, so then it actually looks really nice when you have them displayed like that, or you can bring them in like such, and they stop at a point. I really love that LEGO actually thought of that by including this particular piece with the sticker on it. Looking from the front of the wings, you can see that we continue the color scheme, though we add this dark blue with the Nexonite shields, which are actually really nice to get in that color, some more of those translucent pink pyramid pieces, and we also get some more of those pieces that we saw with the swords for our minifigures, and these bigger ones, which you'll also see for the weapons, so really well done by LEGO, and also just like the curves look really nice for this particular piece. And from the back you continue that purple color scheme, which I think adds a lot to this particular character instead of just keeping it with the black and dark grays. Now lastly, I want to talk about the tail, which features this different type of clip piece connection from the bottom, and you get some more of those mixel ball joints leading all the way to the end, and you get a pretty big tail from the very back of this particular Centaur character. And there you have it. That is the Crystal King Centaur in all of its glory. I'm going to spin him around just so then you can see all of the different angles of this particular character. Definitely by far one of my most favorite builds from LEGO Ninjago that I've ever probably done. This is something that no doubt I will be keeping on display long term, just because it looks absolutely amazing, and I'm not really too much of a fan of some of the more recent Ninjago builds, but this one no doubt knocks it out of the park in my book, and will make it onto my list of the best sets of 2022. So overall, for $80, is this set worth it? I mean, the minifigure selection is all exclusive, except for, I guess, the 2 goons that you get for the Crystal King. Speaking of the Crystal King, this is the cheapest way in order to get the Crystal King minifigure, though he doesn't have the 4 arms that you'll see in the bigger sets. You also happen to get the actual Crystal King build, which I'm not sure if this shows up in the TV show or not, but something I don't say a lot is this is something that I see people getting for the build instead of just for the minifigures, and the build is something that really stands out in my opinion. Ninjago is known for their dragons, they're known for their mechs, which this is kind of like a mech build, though I feel it's on a different level. And really, out of everything that released this summer, this was the one set that I was most looking forward to, and it did not disappoint. So yeah, that's pretty much all that I have to say for this video. Leave your thoughts down in the comment section below what your thoughts are on this set. Also remember to like and subscribe and hit that bell icon so every time I upload a new video. So yeah, that's it for now, and I will see you next time. Bye!